When we look at the people around us, are they Canadian? No, they weren't born here. They weren't raised here. They're just people who are freeloading off of our systems.
I just want to warn Canada against the socialist ideas and say, guys, I just want to make it clear. We need to fix this country as soon as possible.
And if they want to fix Canada, we need to fix electoral reform. Start there.
Sydney Vizard for Rebel News here in Calgary, Alberta, for an interesting event. That is the Canada First event, calling on patriots to attend. Now, the reason why this is interesting is, albeit America, they have a lot more patriotism in their society than we do here in Canada, but particularly here in Alberta, this idea of patriotism is sort of divided between those who are proud of being Canadian and those who are more proud of being Albertan and think that Alberta should take its own road aside from Confederation. However, that is something that we're going to find out how these people actually feel with regards to Alberta's patriotism and Canada's patriotism.
Is Angel. I'm planning this rally because I think we have to fight for our country right now. I think Canada has low, their lifestyle, the quality of life, and probably with movements like this, we can send a message to the government that say, hey guys, you are doing the things wrong and we want to change it. I know Joe Anicher, the Puck Daddy in Toronto, so he makes the movement today, the rally there well. A lot of people show up and I'm here, I know him. I've been here in the first Canada First rally. So I come to Calgary because I have a job offer. I'm working here building houses too. But my plan is, I want to plan another rallies and being part of the movement of Wake Up Canada. I'm not a politician. I'm just an activist. I just want to share the freedom, the ideas of the freedom. I just want to warn Canada against the socialist ideas and say, guys, I just want to make it clear. We need to fix this country as soon as possible.
And so to be crystal clear, you're not advocating for any specific action. You're advocating to wake people up.
Right now, yes. I just want to wake up people and promote the, traditional values, to promote the love for Canada and promote the building of this country in the proper way, not the way that the Liberals are doing.
For me, this is sovereignty. Everything that's going on with the Liberal government right now is it's just not doing its job. I never voted for them. I don't think that they should be in power. They just continued on from what's been going on from the past 10 years, and our country is just going further and further down into the ground. So for me, this is hopefully a chance for change.
For me, we're just protesting all these C bills that are coming through where they're going to suppress our free speech. Basically, they try to throw us in jail because we have a difference of opinion with the federal government. I'm here as an Albertan because my thoughts, my morals and values and ethics don't align with Canada anymore. I feel like they don't represent me at all. They take my money in taxes. They take the money out of my province. We get nothing back. Something has to change. It has to.
It's about Canada First, where Canadians are getting treated poorly, and we have no say in our country. Our government wants it their way. As Canadians, I think Canada should come first. First jobs, first housing. I support people coming in, but do it the right way. Don't say, okay, I'm going to have you come and work for me under the table. That's not right for Canadians born here and immigrants that come here 30 years ago. I think Canada should look after Canadians. There should not be homeless in Calgary. It's disgusting. And you know what? I think Canada is a good country. We have to get our crap together, get better politicians, and believe in God. And you know what? Rebel News is the best news.
This event behind us is against mass immigration, obviously, though we do have those people back there with flat earth flags trying to, make us look stupid. We're standing here saying that we've had enough of the constant people flowing through our borders. We don't know how many people have overstayed their visas. There are so many people here who do not respect Canadian culture and who just do not respect our way of life whatsoever. Aristotle said that the foundation of the nation was the family. So the nation is the extension of the family. So when we look at the people around us, are they Canadian? No, they weren't born here. They weren't raised here. They're just people who are freeloading off of our systems. Okay, I know that's kind of controversial to say. That's just the best way to put it. We're not racists here. We're not racists whatsoever. We're just here because we love our country. Before the education system turned against the culture of this country, we were a people who were very much against immigration. We were a people who were very patriotic and nationalist in a certain sense. We were a people who understood that we had a cultural identity. We had an identity of English, French, Scottish, and Irish. Those were our identities lumped into this nation we now call Canada.
Well, and let me make the point. The organizer is Venezuelan. How do you feel about that?
That's fine. That's fine. That's great. If he supports our country, that's great. In fact, I would say he's more Canadian than so many other immigrants who have come into our country.
And there are many in Canada who they hear the word patriot and they get upset. They think that person is bad for some reason. When you say you're a patriot, what does that mean? Why is it these people are wrong calling you a bad person?
I'm not a bad person. Listen, I didn't born in Canada. I'm from Venezuela. And I'm coming here from a country that were destroyed by the socialism and the ideas that they want to implement here. I feel a Canadian patriot because I want this country to be better. They call me fascist, bro. Fascist, like if you understand what is fascism, is people who support everything with the state. We are here to support the freedom. So as a patriot, I want this country to be better for everyone, for you, for me, even for the liberals, because I don't hate them. I just not agree with them, but I think we have to have an identity of this country to love it and to make it better. So that's how I feel about Canada. I feel part of this country. I didn't born here. I speak Spanish as a native language. You can notice with my accent. But I love Canada. I love Canadians. I love all the people that live here and make this country better. I work as a carpenter. I build houses and I try to make everything better here. For the reason I plant this, because I'm tired of the destruction, because we're getting destroyed. Our values are getting destroyed, our economy is getting destroyed, and our freedom is getting destroyed. And as a person who comes from a country that was destroyed by socialism, I want to warn all the Canadians, guys, we have to wake up because this country is going to be worse than what it is right now.
I know my morals and values are strong. Honest man's pillow is his peace of mind. I sleep well at night. All I want is with a better future for my children. I don't hate any Canadian. I want to work together with all of us as brothers in arms.
I'm Canadian. I'm born, raised here. I'm from the East Coast. I came out here to better my life. I'm just as patriotic as they are down in the United States, but for me, it's Canada. They can look at me in disgust or however they want. I don't care. I'm here for Canada, and Canada's obviously Canada first.
To be patriotic means to love my nation. I'm a devout Catholic. The way that I view love is to will the good of the other, not for the sake of yourself, but for the sake of the other person. The way I see it, my country's not going in the right direction. The way I see it, my country has been going down the wrong direction for decades after decades after decades. So for me to love my nation isn't for me to leave the nation by going to the United States. It's not for me to give up and sit in my room and watch political commentators and Ben Shapiro all the day. It's for me to stand up here in this small protest as it is, the start of a bigger movement, which I believe that it is, and to stand up for my nation.
There's one seat left in the movie theater. It's in the front row. You have a bad neck. This is what we call a last resort. If your most recent electricity bill says the rate of last resort, then your rate is like the front row seat in the movie theater. It will serve its purpose, but there are likely better options available.
Speaking of, you've got the Canadian federal government. They're doing a large push for Canadian pride and such have it. Then it seems like a contrast to this kind of patriotism. Why is it that the federal government and their patriotism/nationalism would be different?
Their nationalism is different just because it all hovers around false compassion. That's where it all hovers around. It's the same thing in the United Kingdom as well. Keir Starmer, he places England flags all over his house, and he says that he loves the English flag, whilst people who are with him are taking down flags all over England. It's not a real form of patriotism. It's a type of patriotism that wants to change the way our country is. It's a type of patriotism that says, to be Canadian just means that you just have the flag and you could be whatever you want to be and stuff like that. It's not the same thing. It's a false type of patriotism that seeks to destroy culture and bring in a new type of global culture.
Well, the disconnect is the morals and values of the nation, of the government, or who's governing us. We're governed by white-collar criminals who pay no price. They're taken. We're a nation in decline. Look at our GDP. I want a prosperity for the same prosperity I enjoyed in Canada for my grandkids and my children. They don't have that. It's horrible. Where we're headed is a nation in decline. It seems to be orchestrated on purpose. They want us to fail. I don't want to ride that ship to where it sinks. I'd like to get off now.
And in Alberta as well, there's a lot of separation-minded people, more so perhaps than patriot-minded individuals. They'd rather just do away with Confederation. How does that blend with this patriotism protest?
Well, I told to everyone who's supporting the freedom of Alberta, we are not enemies, but I don't have an opinion about that specific topic, right? Because I'm not who is going to decide if this Alberta is going to separate or something, but we are here against the Liberals. We are here against this government who is doing the things wrong. If the pro-Alberta people are right now in Canada, they are going to suffer the policies of Ottawa. So I told them, you can join us without any problem. I don't have any problems with them. So if they want to join, they're going to be welcome. I don't have anything to debate with them because it's not my business or my problem right now. And that's it. We are fighting here for a better life.
My family's been here since the late 1800s. My great-grandfather was Lord Strathcona's farmhand. Came over from England to the king-gifted lands. So we've been in Alberta for a long time. We've given more than we've ever gotten back. And we were happy being exploited. Now we have to beg for prosperity. I'm done with that. I believe something, equality or independence. I would like to see a negotiation. I'd like to see a strong vote for independence and then negotiate a settlement with Canada and with the rest of the Canadians. Can you imagine living in none of it and having no representation at all? You just, whatever happens, happens? It'd be horrible. I want to see equality or independence in elections. The election's called before we vote. That has to change. We have no voice. We pay the heavy lifting for Canadians in Alberta, and we have no voice. It's like being the largest investor in a corporation, have no seat at the table. How's that good for anybody? And I don't care if it's an employer-employee relationship, you and your wife or your significant other. If it's not equal, it won't work. If it's loaded on one side, it'll never work for longevity. We need to fix it. And if they want to fix Canada, we need to fix electoral reform. Start there.
Yes, we're all one for Alberta. Obviously, that's the sovereignty side of it. But at the same point in time, that's not what this is about. This is about Canada coming as a whole, being one, getting rid of all of the downfall and going for a change. And that's not just in Alberta. For us here, it's mainly for Alberta, yes. However, it's not just Alberta, it's Canada. Canada needs to come together. Canada needs to be one. And if this is how we need to do it, because right now we're so divided that it's just not working out. We're going further into the ground. Everything that's going on down in the States, for me, it's disagreeable. I don't think that everything that's happening in the States is necessarily a bad thing for Canada, but a lot of people are seeing it that way. So I just think that Alberta as one and Canada as one together, we could be great. And I don't know, that's just where I'm at with that.
Well, a lot of the people here are also Alberta separatists as well, and I would say that it isn't actually as much of a contradiction. What we want is a better nation. There's two routes that people really think that could go in. It could either go in separation, or it can go in trying to heal Canada to the best of its ability, to the best of our ability. My stance on the issue is that as it is right now, my forefathers built this country. They built this country, so I would want to respect and try to heal this country. But if we have more of this, it would be best for our people if we did separate. So the way I see it, I'm at like a crossroads when it comes to that issue. And I think you can be an Alberta separatist while saying we don't want any more immigrants in Canada, in Alberta.
We have to fight against the government that is leading Canada right now. So the problem that they have is the resources of Alberta is going to be, spreading all of Canada, and they don't like it because right now they are making things complicated here. Understanding that, you can check we are in the same side. Because if it's not because the bad administration of the Liberals, they are not going to want, a separation from Canada. As I said, I don't have nothing to debate with them, but we can fight together against the policies that are implemented in Canada, right? So I told to everyone, if you are pro-Alberta, if you are pro-Canada, there's not a problem here, so everyone is welcome. and it's time to fight to stand up against this liberal government.
There you have it, guys. Let me know in the comments, how do you feel about the way this event came together? It seems like they've got a sturdy mind of the fact that they're generally upset about the way that things have gone with the Liberals being in charge of the federal government. Let's see how that changes in the future. Let me know in the comments, what do you think is next for Canada's patriotism movement? For Rebel News, I'm Sidney Vizard. RebelFieldReports.com is where you have to go if you want to stay up to date with our latest on the ground, bringing you reports like this that you're not going to see anywhere else. And it's thanks to your help and your donations at RebelFieldReports.com.